Good morning, New Canaan High School. My name is Austin Pelly. Today is Thursday, February 16th, day F, and of course, we are live from the studio. Sitting right beside me is someone who seems to have fallen off the grid not only from NCHS and our broadcast, but also from the U.S. in general. Jack Dayhill, how you doing and how's your trip to the boonies?
Well, Austin, I actually just went to the Netherlands. It was an incredible time. I had such an amazing experience, but it's great to be back, and what a better coming home present than the newest issue of the NCHS Courant. Now, before we dive into the news, I think there's something we have to do, Austin. I think it's time to say the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, keeping with the theme of Black History Month, today we honor Mary McLeod Bethune. She's also known as the First Lady of the Struggle due to her commitment to the African American community. And even though her mother was a slave, she rose through adversity and became the presidential advisor to FDR himself. Best known for founding a private school for African American students, which we now know as the Bethune-Cookman University. Throughout her life, she was honored with titles of American educator, stateswoman, philanthropist, humanitarian, and civil rights activist. She died of a heart attack on May 18, 1955, but her legacy did not.
Oh, it certainly didn't, Austin. Now, if you're looking to make a mark of your own, the New Age Film Festival is taking submissions. Now, these submissions can be submitted up until Friday, April 28th in any of the following 6 categories: narrative, documentary, animation, music video, PSA/commercial, and if none of those seem to do it for your film, there's the new open entry. More information for submissions and other information can be found at the newagefilmfestival.tumblr.com. And fun fact, Austin, I'm actually featured on that slideshow, so please go ahead and check it out.
And with this break, it sounds like the perfect time to start working on some of those entries. But that'll be a little hard if you're feeling under the weather, especially with all this hot and cold and snow and sun we've been having. So we've compiled some tips and tricks for you to have a lively and healthy break. Wash your hands frequently, keep hands away from face, stay home if you're feeling unwell, cover your cough, the big kicker, get plenty of sleep, asterisk, and drink more fluids and refrain from sharing materials excessively.
Looks like I'm going to need to get more sleep, Austin. Now, the library has added another tool to their virtual belt. A new website will be able to assist students in citing sources, so go ahead and check it out when you have one of those pesky research papers. You might just learn a thing or two.
Now that I am a second semester senior, I might not have to worry about that so much, but I know you juniors, this may be a stressful time for you, so we put a man on the field to help you out, NCTV's own Luca Tryon.
Good morning, NCHS. I'm Luca Trion, and if you're a junior like me, you've probably started the junior college process. It can be a very confusing and stressful process that can take a lot of time. So I sat down with Miss Carroll for some more information on where we should be at this time.
At this point, everybody should be in the preparation phase, either beginning the research or heavy duty into it. Visiting is important as well.
The junior counselor meeting is one of the most important parts of the junior college process. I spoke with my own counselor, Mr. Willett, for some good pointers of what to bring in preparation for that meeting.
One of the things we'd like for you to bring to your junior parent meeting is the game plan. And students can fill that out on Naviance. And we'd like for the parents to fill out and bring their parent questionnaire, but also the student to actually bring the yellow form, which is their side of the questionnaire.
Now remember, juniors, if you have any further questions, please don't be afraid to hunt down your counselors. This has been Luca Trion from NCTV. Back to you guys in the desk.
Now, Jack, as much as we have missed you, you are not the only one who's been absent from this broadcast in a while.
You're right, Austin. I feel like Max hasn't been here in a while, but it looks like he's back today looking dapper as ever. So Max, can you tell us how our break's going to kick off?
Well, guys, it looks like this break is going to be a little cold at the beginning, but trust me, it's going to warm up. Good morning, everyone. I'm Max Lavasser, and I'm here to tell you what's up with this weekend's weather. Now, I know that you should have been looking forward to the weather being nicer. However, we're going to have to endure it the rest of today. Get ready for extra cloudy skies throughout the day, with the temperatures reaching a high in the 30s and a low in the 20s. And also, I did say that the temperatures are going to warm up, but tomorrow is also just going to be as cold. On Friday, I'm sorry. Get ready to experience sunny skies throughout the day, but the temperatures will be in a high in the 30s and a low in the 20s. Looking forward to Saturday, however, you might want to break out the shorts and t-shirt if you're feeling risky. Saturday should be sunny, but the temperatures should be reaching a high in the 40s and a low in the 30s. Sunday, however, is going to be the day you're going to want to hang outside. Get ready to see clouds through a majority of the day, but the temperatures will be reaching a high in the 50s and once again a low in the 30s. Well, folks, that's it for me, and I hope everyone enjoys this well-deserved break. Oh yeah, and good luck to my boys on the wrestling team. They're wrestling at States this weekend. For NCTV, this has been Max Lavasser, and back to you guys at the desk.
Wow, 50 degrees high. That's good news for me because I have been dying for some spring weather.
You know what? I'm not so eager to get to spring, Austin. I'm a big fan of winter, everything from sledding to watching the boys' ice hockey team. Talk about a segue. Now over to Schaefer at the Ram Sports Report.
Thanks, Jack and Austin. It's been a busy sports week with some teams playing their final games of the season and others looking to clinch a spot in the playoffs. With that in mind, let's get right down to it. I'm Schaefer Jones, and this is the Ram Sports Report. This past Monday, boys basketball team headed up to Staples to take on a tough loss of 57-50. Yesterday was senior night and they hosted St. Joe's, and although they played hard, they ended up losing 58-42. One of the highlights of the game, though, was a Ram reaching a point milestone. Congratulations to senior Tyler Sweeney, who joined the 1,000-point club. 1,000 points is pretty impressive. In fact, good enough to make him the Ram of the Week. Congrats, Tyler. The boys look to end their season on a high note with a few more games over the break. Monday, the girls hosted Staples for their senior night. However, they would unfortunately see the same result as the boys, losing 52-23. And yesterday, the girls faced off for their final time this season away at St. Joe's, 60-32. It was a tough loss. They ended their season on a low note with a record of 3-17. Better luck next year, girls. Boys and girls indoor track, though, had states this past Saturday, and the boys placed 5th overall as a team. They finished as the best FCIAC team in the competition, dusting 9th place Wilton and tossing 15th place Darien. Get rocked. Jack and Will Connolly dominated the shot put as always, finishing 1st and 2nd respectively. New Canaan put up relays in the top 5. The boys 4x800, a team of Michael St. George, Jake Grigsby, Alexander Wang, and Max Kognitsky placed 4th overall. The sprint medley came in 5th with Sean Knight, Thomas Phillipson, Michael St. George, and Max Kognitsky. The Rams seemed to take that 5th place spot with some valor, and they did great the entire day. You know what else was dope? Boys pole vault. Junior Sean Knight placed 5th both in the 55-meter dash and the 55-meter hurdles. Good luck to you guys at the state opens. I hope you go Buck. The girls also went up to New Haven on Saturday and performed very well. The 4x400 team of Bridget Salmini, Lauren Carlson, Julia Ozimic, and Katie Miller finished 4th overall. Bridget Salmini and Katie Miller also got 4th in the 4x800 with Elena Tiller and Chloe McCoffey, with a time of 10 minutes and 2 seconds. Lauren Carlson placed 4th overall in the 600 meter with a time of 1 minute and 41 seconds. Also, Julia Ozimic came in 4th. Good job, ladies. Next up is boys wrestling, who had an excellent regular season and hosted FCIACs on Saturday here in our own gym. And of course, NCTV there was for all the action, so let's roll the tape. With half the day on Friday, most schools being out, the day was ready to crammed into one. So everyone was prepared for a long day. The tourney was featured by solid performances like this one from Tyler Sung, who although did not win by a pin, would eventually take it by a vote of 7-2, finishing 3rd in the 126 weight class. Other wins came from players like senior Nick Kazouz, who successfully pinned McMahon's Holden Zerga in 4 minutes and 24 seconds. Kazouz went on to place 6th overall, falling to Danbury's Ryan Jack. My man Harrison Kozlowski absolutely went buck, as you can see, as he tossed this kid from West Hill in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Nice job, man. The guys would go on to finish 6th overall as a team, capping off what was a great season. And last but certainly not least is the sport of legends, squash. For the 4th consecutive year, the New Canaan High School boys and girls teams competed in the U.S. High School Team Squash Championships on the weekend of February 10th through the 12th. Standout performances came from Will Cummins, Teddy Holipa, and Reed Dayhill, who each won a number of matches over the weekend that helped them advance their teams into the semifinals. And a fitting end to a great season. Good job, guys. Well, that is it for me this weekend. It's been nice catching up for you, and we'll see you after the break. As always, this has been Schaefer Jones with the Ram Sports Report. Jack and Austin, back to you.
Thanks, Schaefer. Now, as always, NCHS, we have some birthdays to celebrate today. Happy birthday to Linda McGann and Jane Mitchell. Now, if you have some announcements for us, you know the drill. Email us at NCTV78 or tweet at us at NCTV78. This has been Jack Dayhill.
And I'm Austin Pelly. Now, I know we've been faking you out a couple times with the Turkey Bowl, but I guarantee you it will be airing. Along with boys hockey, girls basketball, and wrestling, you can feel free to catch those on our channel. Have a great weekend and a long break, NCHS.